What's up?
Hello, everybody.
Hi. You don't know this, but we're here again.
Woohoo!
This is our second time recording this episode
Yeah.
because for some reason, last episode, I sounded like a screaming banshee the entire time.
Yeah.
Kelly
And
kept mentioning that I sounded loud, but I thought it was just her headphones because I can't hear myself.
and I thought it was just my headphones because I wasn't using my AirPods like I usually do. So I'm like, oh, these earphones are probably old. It's just like messing up right now.
Yep. And then I went to go edit the audio, and the lines on my track were so high. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. And then I tried everything I could think of to like try to reduce it. It still sounded like I was screaming the entire time.
Yeah. So here we are.
Here we are recording
Hello.
again.
You'll never hear the gold that we produced
Yeah, it'll really never be
yesterday.
heard because I deleted it. I got so upset I just deleted the entire file. So even if we wanted to use that, we can't.
We can't. It's just impossible.
So Kelly, how was your week?
Well, I was claimed by not Miss Rona, but Miss Cold herself.
Yes, thankfully not Miss Rona.
Thankfully, not Miss Rona. I will never get Miss Rona. Screw
Nope.
you,
Yep, not
my
happening to
my
me.
friend. Can't
I
be
don't know
me.
her. I don't know
Um,
her.
any other illness apparently I can I'm gonna get this year.
I literally have
Um,
not been sick in like 4 years.
I know. I think the last time I was properly sick was like 2018. It was like right after finals, and I was like, my body was like so relieved that like I got sick.
I got sick in 2019, and I think I had like the first round of Rona before we knew what Rona was.
Really?
Girl, I was sick for like 2 weeks.
Oh, geez.
Like I
What the heck?
literally could not leave my bed for two
Dang.
weeks.
Maybe you did.
I think I did. I think I was one of the early people to have Miss Rona before we even knew what it was. Because then a couple of months later, all of a sudden everything was locking down.
Yeah, everybody. I do remember that though. Like before like COVID was like a real thing, everyone like got sick.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was super intense for everybody. And they're like, yeah, it was like the worst cold of my life. And now we're looking back on it, we're like, yeah, probably Rona.
Probably. But at least it wasn't as debilitating as it is now. So thank
Yeah.
goodness for
Mm-hmm.
that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was the most peaceful week of my life though, because I didn't have to go to work. And if that says anything about my job, it says everything about
Kelly,
it.
Kelly is weird because if there's one thing I'm gonna do, it's quit a job I don't like. I don't know.
Yeah. But hey, I've got an interview set up for tomorrow,
He
so
does.
we'll see how that goes.
Praying for you,
Yes, thank you.
and I'm
Because
gonna
I
have to
really
like,
need a new job.
and I'm gonna have to like email this recruiter
Mhm.
because like we had an interview last week, and then she was like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna have the hiring manager like message you, or maybe I will for an
Mhm.
interview." It's been like a week.
Oh,
Haven't heard
geez.
anything yet, so I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm perfect.
just checking.
I'm
Yeah.
perfect for this role."
I'm perfect. I'm just desperate enough.
Yeah,
Please
because
hire
like
me.
I'm starting to run out of money,
Yay.
and I'm bougie. I like to have
Yeah.
money. I'm
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I'm anti-capitalist. I
Hmm.
hate capitalism.
Hmm.
But like since I'm living in a capitalist society, like I need money.
Yeah. I kind of have to survive in this
I have to
economy,
survive.
so
I have like bills to pay for, and I like to go out to eat, and I like to go on trips. So
right.
I need money.
Right.
And it's
We'd like to live our lives.
yeah, I'd like to live my life. What left of my 20s I have.
Right,
It's
because
miserable.
it's very fast coming to a close because of Miss Rona.
Yeah, Miss Rhoda cut my 20s in half. She was like,
She really did.
I'm
She really said, you know what? I know you're an introvert, so I'm going to give you the best thing of your life. And
the
we're
best
like,
thing of your
actually,
life.
no.
Actually, I'm an ambivert. Nah, shut up.
You said you wanted to stay inside, so we're staying
So
inside.
we're staying inside. I'm 24 years old. I've been to a bar twice and never been to a club, which still might never
Yeah,
happen, no
me,
matter
yeah,
what. Um, and in the past 4 years, I've been on one trip. Oh,
yeah.
that's not two. That's not true. I've been on two. I
I've
want to,
been on, I've never been to a bar. I was planning on one actually with a friend of mine. Um, that never happened. And I've been on 3 trips. Well, 4 if you want to count the one time I did like a weekend trip just like because I wanted to go to the beach.
girl.
So
That's
I
what I was
literally went
counting.
down to the beach.
I was counting a trip where I went up north to go to the
Mm.
beach for like 2 days.
How sad does that sound? We were
That's
literally
so
running
sad.
away to go to the beach. I mean, it was a really good beach.
Yeah, I
I
had
had
fun.
fun. I
I
had
had
fun.
fun.
I'm not gonna
Water
like discount
water
that.
was crystal clear.
Yeah,
We went
beautiful.
kayaking. We got drunk on the beach. It was fun.
It
But
was fun, yeah.
but
I'd like to do more.
I'd like to do more. Mexico is calling my name. Hawaii is calling my name.
Right.
Costa Rica is calling my name. I'd like to go to the Bahamas again. I
Ooh.
was only there for like half a day when I was on my cruise. So
Mm,
I'd like to go again, even though I don't really
yeah.
remember most of it because I got trashed. So yeah,
Yeah, and Jordan's trips have been canceled so far. Basically all of them,
all of
except for
them
one.
except for one.
So he has been robbed.
I
You
truly
have been
have.
robbed.
So I
So
just have to wait until March. I think
mhm,
that's when they said that the like Omicron booster's coming out.
mhm.
And then I'm gonna be outside again. I'm just gonna have to risk it. I'm so sorry. I need to do something.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you.
I need to do something. Hopefully I have a job by then so I have money to do
Mm,
something.
right, right. It's not like that's gonna stop you anyway.
Um, you right. You right. Not having money has never stopped me from going
It
on a
has
trip.
never stopped you.
No.
This man could have $12 in his bank account and be like, I can still go. I can
Yeah.
make it work.
If there's two things on this earth I'm gonna do, it's go out to eat and go on a trip.
Right.
That's all that's gonna happen in this world.
Right. You say you're hungry or you want to go do something and he's in the room, he'll just say yes.
Mm-hmm.
He is very
Mm-hmm.
much down.
I'm always down.
Mhm.
I am currently eating Panera bread as if I can afford it at this moment.
Dude, me when like I'm on my way to work and I'm just like, Starbucks sounds really good right now. Or like on my way home and I'm like, Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Oh, girl, you can always justify Taco Bell. Taco Bell is cheap. You could always justify Taco
True.
Bell.
True. And I always order off the value menu anyway. So me and my
Yeah,
cheap ass self.
I always just get like the little $5 box anyway. So like I'm not
Right.
spending no money.
Right. I can get 4 things for under $1. Like,
Um,
why are you
Starbucks,
mad?
on the other hand,
Yeah.
you
Starbucks on the other hand.
you could do that maybe once or twice a week before it starts adding up.
That's probably how many times I go anyway, if I go at all during the week.
If
Because
you're
I usually
lucky,
talk myself out of it.
if you're lucky, you'll have some stars. Pay
Yeah. Oh
for
my
it.
gosh, I hoard my stars so I can get my oat milk or my almond milk. So it's not the extra like 70 cent charge.
Oh, you just save it for the upgrades? I save it for an entire drink.
I have yeah, I just save it for the upgrades. I don't save it for the drink because that's like 150 stars, bro. I need my alternative milks.
Oh no, I save it for the drink and then I get the largest size drink I can.
I mean, that's the only way you do it,
It's like I
really.
have my stars, I'm getting a Trenta.
Hmm.
Period. Like that's it.
Right. Am I
Trenta.
gonna finish it in one day? Probably. But if I don't, I still have some for tomorrow. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Budget. Budget. Learn how to budget.
right.
Okay. As for me, my week was very boring. I just had
Mm.
that interview. And then I started watching Cheer season 2. That was a wild ride.
I heard the first one was wild too.
Not as
Or am
much as the
I?
second one.
Yeah.
The second
Well,
season
because
had that whole Jerry
that's
situation,
what I was about to say.
which
Yeah.
they did not handle that well.
Oh no, they
I mean,
didn't.
Netflix handled it well. The team did not handle
Oh.
it well
Oh,
at all.
yikes.
But like, let's not give him any more time to.
Mm-mm.
No. And then on Friday, I went to go see the new Scream movie, and it was very great for a Scream movie.
I like that
Second,
how that's how you have to phrase it.
that's how I have to phrase it because objectively, the Scream movies are not good. But if you take it as they are, like as a horror film, they're good.
Mm. Okay.
They're they're no Hereditary. They're not going to make you think. Like it's a
It's a
slasher
Scream movie.
movie. Like
Yeah.
you're not going to be sitting there and be like, ugh. In fact, when you watch this movie within like 15 to 20 minutes, you can pretty much figure out who the killer is. But but fun times. Fun times. I love a Scream movie. This is overall my second favorite Scream movie after the original because of course.
Yeah, the original is good.
Yes. So go watch it if you haven't. Because I think I would like another one.
Yeah?
I think I could let them squeeze out another one.
Okay.
They need to work on some stuff. Some of the
Mm.
plot points weren't plotting, but that can be fixed. It's not too late to
Yeah.
be fixed.
Yeah. We're giving you one more chance.
One more
Scream.
chance. Or actually, oh no, it would be one more chance because they're usually trilogies. So it would be
Yeah.
six. So yeah, one more chance.
Yeah, one
It's the
more.
last chance. And then we can stop. We don't need any more.
Yes,
We don't
please.
need any more Scream movies after six.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't turn into the Fast and Furious series, please.
Please don't. And then I have a little thing for you for the sixth movie.
Okay.
Please, because like there was a rumor this was supposed to happen for the second movie. So like,
Okay.
let's keep it up because it's actually a really good plot point.
Oh, okay.
Let's have Stu be alive. Okay, and he's like running the whole thing from prison. Please,
Ooh.
let's just do that. It's a good plot point. Let's keep it
And you're giving that information out for free.
for free. You
Okay.
already actually, I'm not even giving you the information. You already had the information because you were going to
Right.
do it for the second movie. Do it.
Just commit.
Commit. Like you have gold in your hands. Just do it.
Right.
Please and thank you. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Screen producers.
Thank you, Screen
for
producers.
taking the precious time out of your day to listen to us.
Yes, thank you for doing that.
We
Thank you
appreciate
for dropping Harvey Weinstein's company. Thank you.
it.
Thank you for something you finally did in this movie. Thank you. Wink, wink. Not,
Wink, wink.
I know this is going to come out like 2 weeks after the movie's been out, but still, I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Thank you for that. And that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Kelly.
Okay.
Let's get started. Let's talk about I Am Legend.
Okay,
So,
Will Smith, let's go.
Willie, William. Even though I know that's not really your first name. What's his first name? It's not William, and I think that's hilarious. What's his first name? Oh, okay. His first name is Willard, not William.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's Willard. Hilarious. Okay. So our movie starts off with a news report about how Dr. Alice Crippen has created a cure for cancer by genetically altering the measles virus. Red flag. Red flag.
Right off the bat.
Red flag. Second red flag. During the report, she claims that in her clinical trials, she has treated 10,009 patients, and all of them have been cured from cancer. There is not a singular trial where everyone gets the dose.
Yeah.
For one thing, like that's the first thing to say off the bat. Secondly, no drug works 100% on everyone.
No.
Not even ibuprofen.
Mm-mm.
No.
The most common drug you could take off the counter.
Yeah. Does not work for everyone. It
does not work. And even prescription, like antibiotics, does not work for everybody.
No, not at all. You want to know why? Because everyone's different.
Yeah, everybody's different.
That's
how it works.
That's why we have so many different drugs, because not everything works for every person.
Right.
So the FDA and her need to be looked into.
Immediately.
because something's not right.
Why it didn't happen right off the bat, I don't know.
How this reporter didn't start asking these questions is what's really baffling to me.
Right.
They're like, hey,
This should have turned into like some 60-minute stuff where they just like ask you every and all questions.
yeah, like cool. But how? How is it working on everyone?
Right.
But you
Like
know,
so you've made it so even people who could be allergic to it, they can take it too. Like,
yeah,
what about kids?
yeah, kids take it.
Right.
Do they
Elderly?
do they take the same dosage as an adult?
Right.
Hmm.
What was your age range?
Yeah. What
Huh.
were the ages in this trial?
Hmm.
Because you couldn't have just done everyone.
Nope. There are stages to this.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. It's fine. Otherwise, the movie wouldn't have happened. So
True.
we move along.
Yes.
So we then cut to 3 years later. In New York City is abandoned, and only one man remains, Dr. Robert Neville, and his precious little dog Sam.
Oh.
One day, Robert is hunting down a pack of wild deer
In a car.
in a car. And now that we're re-recording this, I have a new question for you, Kelly.
Okay. Yeah.
How did these deer get here?
Oh, you're right.
All the entire island is sealed off. How did these deer get here?
Uh, I don't know. They migrated from upstate.
But how?
I don't know,
All of the
man.
bridges were blown up.
Oh,
How?
you're right.
And then that brings another question that I'm going to have to ask you at
Can
the
I
end of the movie.
can I bring up the Central Park Zoo again?
The central, you think at the Central Park Zoo, along with the lions that are going to come up later,
Yes.
they kept deer, the
I
the most abundant animal in all of America, next to squirrels.
I'm just trying to make it work, Jordan. I don't know, man.
You can't make something work that's not going to work. I'm so sorry. And so that brings us to our next point. While he's hunting the deer in the middle of Times Square, a
Yeah.
family of lions comes and takes one of the deer that he's about to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
How are these lions alive?
Right.
If they were in Central Park in the zoo, they would be
How did they
locked
get
up.
out?
They would be
Yeah.
locked up. And then even if they were out, how did the like cheetah running zombies not kill them?
Right.
Like, where are they hiding so that the zombies don't kill them?
Yeah, and they're zombies, so I'm sure they would go hunt anything that moved.
Yeah. Weird,
Huh.
huh? Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. And so Robert and Sam get a watch indication telling them that the sun's about to go down. So they make it back home, and Robert begins to pour what looks like vinegar on the steps of his brownstone.
Yeah.
You can't tell what it is, but it comes in like a white
White
bottle,
bottle.
like vinegar does.
And it looks like he's covering his scent. So we're assuming it's vinegar.
Sure, vinegar covers up your scent. Believe me, I'm a scientist.
We're scientists.
Yeah. So if you go hunting, just cover yourself in vinegar.
Right.
The
No
animals
one
will
will be
never
able
find
to
you.
detect you.
Not at
Right.
all. So inside the house, Robert begins to make food. He watches some Good Morning America footage, and he gives
Which is
Sam a bath.
depressing.
What?
I said, which is depressing.
That is depressing. Even today, I wouldn't want to watch Good Morning
Yeah.
America.
If I was the last person alive, and the only thing on TV would be like all the reruns of Good Morning America, I'm just not turning the TV on.
Yeah, I'm just not turning on the TV. I have DVDs in my house.
Right.
So I'm probably one of the last Americans on earth to have DVDs, but I have DVDs in my house.
Same. I've got VHS and I've got DVDs.
Yeah, I have some VHSs too. And I have books. I'll just read. Let's just read. America needs to read more. So let's all just read.
Right. And you got the time now that you're the only lone survivor in New York City. So
Yeah. As long as the sun is up, I'm good. I'll just
yeah, you're
read.
good.
And so, yeah. And then after all of this, he gives Sam a bath while scolding her for not eating her vegetables. While cleaning Sam, Robert gets another watch notification telling him that the sun is about to go down, which is weird because, like, why does he have two of them?
Right. Also, he's indoors.
He's indoors. Weird. But he does it anyway. And then he starts to seal off the house with like these giant metal doors.
Bunker like esque doors.
But then on his front door, he just has like
He has the
two
most flimsy
two
thing.
little rods.
Right. I don't think there's like an extra metal door that closes around it. He just like added an extra lock,
Yeah.
essentially.
He essentially added, what are those little things that they used to have on doors where you would just put the little hole into the lock and it had like the
Oh,
chain to it?
yeah. That's like on every apartment or hotel door.
Yeah, that's essentially what he did.
Yeah, basically.
He was like, this will help.
Right. Right. My front door, my most vulnerable spot.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the flimsiest lock I can find.
And it works somehow.
It does.
Yeah. And so they lock down the house and then they lay in the bathtub. And then all you hear outside is like screeching and screaming and huffing and puffing. It's like the big bad wolf is outside,
Basically.
basically. And so then we have a flashback of Robert rushing his family out of their house, telling them that they need to leave before they sail off the island. He then tells his wife that they need to go to their aunt's cabin upstate and to bring enough food for 2 weeks, and that $600 in cash is not enough because she's like, I emptied out the bank account and got $600, which that's all you had in your bank account.
Right. I was about to say, like, you're living in this beautiful brownstone in the middle of New York City and you only have 600 in your bank account?
You're also two adults
Right.
who seemingly probably both work.
Yeah. And is this your shared account or do you guys have separate accounts? Like,
Let me just
what is
say,
going
let
on?
me just say this right now. Like, I'm broke, but I have $600.
I currently do not have $600, but I have close to $600. I have a lot more in savings.
If you have it in savings, you have it. Just
Yeah.
you have $600, Kelly. And this is
Yeah.
an emergency. So like
Oh, then yeah.
you would be taking out everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'd have
have
way more than $600.
yeah, I have way more than $600. So what's their excuse?
Hey, what is their excuse?
But yeah, and
Y'all just living frivolously out here?
yeah, they're just throwing money out. Like when Ariana Grande said, I want it, I got it, she was talking about that. And so he then tells his wife that the virus may be airborne, and then they continue to like not put on masks, which very relevant. And then
Yes.
while they continue to drive, a zombie-like creature runs up to their car, and Robert wakes up in present day. He wakes up, and somehow his windows are already open,
And he's in his bed.
and he's in his bed, even though he fell asleep in the tub.
In the bathtub, yeah.
How that's a red flag to me, but okay. Did Sam like drag him out of the bathtub and drag him on the bed?
He's like, I'm tired of sleeping in this tub.
Yeah. She's like, we
We're
have a
going to
perfectly
bed.
good bed. Let's go.
Right.
And so they both do their daily workouts. And Robert goes down to his lab where he's working on animal trials for a cure. And he finds that one of his serums, compound 6, may be working to reverse the virus's effects. Robert then goes out with Sam and they go to like a video store.
Yes.
Yeah. I was reading the wrong bullet. I was like, that's
Oh,
not
okay.
right. Yeah. So they both go to a video store and Poor Robert. He begins talking to the mannequins that he set up in the store as if they are actual people, to the point that he has a crush on one of them.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
Even Sam is confused. She's like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah.
Weird.
She's like, even I can tell they're not alive.
Yeah. And so as he's getting ready to leave, he checks out. He like goes up to the counter,
Yeah.
checks out his movies. And then he makes his way to Central Park, where he begins to pick some corn that has begun to grow, which is weird because it's only been 3 years.
Yeah. And he didn't plant them himself.
He didn't plant them this out. And then I forgot to talk about Times Square. In Times Square, it looks like the brush. Like there is tall grass
Yeah.
that looks like it's been growing for like 20 years, even though it's only been 3.
3.
There's
Like I know Earth is powerful and like, weeds grow in between cement and stuff like that, but I don't think it can overtake New York City in 3
not that
years.
fast. No.
Yeah. Because like there's like a whole new ecosystem in the center of New York City.
Yes.
There's lions and deer out. That means that they're comfortable in their new area.
Yeah. It's weird. Very, very weird. And then so he then breaks into an apartment building to find some supplies. And then we hear a radio broadcast that he sends out every day trying to find survivors in the city. Well, he gets gas, which is $6.63 a gallon.
Uh, yeah.
I thought price gouging was illegal. What's
Right.
with that?
But I mean, also people who live in New York subject themselves to living in these conditions
Yeah,
and having to have what was it? How
what?
much more of your income do you have to have?
It's usually 3 to 4.
3 to 4 times your income
Yeah,
to be able to afford some apartments.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
And
wouldn't.
they're like broom closets.
It would never be me.
Yeah. I like
Like,
myself too much to stuff myself into a shoebox.
say what you want about California. Like, we
Right.
also have expensive stuff, but like for the price y'all be paying for apartments, I could rent an entire house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not the same.
Right. And y'all are living by yourselves.
Yeah,
Some of you are living by yourselves in these things.
yeah. Couldn't be
And
me.
y'all still can't be making these payments.
Could not be me.
Yeah.
Could not be me. I'm
No.
built. I'm built way different.
Yeah, I'll visit, but I'm not living out there, man.
Honestly, I don't even need to visit anymore. I went once. It was
Yeah,
fine. I had
we
a
went
good
once.
time.
Yeah, I remember going to the pizza shop and just seeing the trash out
Yeah,
there and like
we were eating next to trash in the streets.
yeah. Yeah, and there people walking by like it's no big deal and I'm just standing there like even San Francisco's cleaner than this.
Yeah, and that's
San
saying much because
Francisco's
in San Francisco we have a poop map app to
Yeah.
see all the places that poop has been found on the ground in San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Yeah,
So
there's pee everywhere. It smells, but
yeah,
it's
it's
cleaner.
still cleaner.
It's still cleaner, which
Like
blows my mind.
we don't have our trash in the middle of the streets.
Right. We don't see rats fighting for a piece of pizza in our BART system like you do in the
Yeah,
subway.
I don't think I've ever seen a rat in Bart.
I haven't either.
So that says something.
That does say something.
It's a mess. It's a mess. But I pray for y'all every night.
Yeah.
Every person in New
Yeah.
York City, I pray for you every night.
Yeah. We're looking out for you.
We're looking out for you. And then so Sam goes and he waits at the marina for survivors every day at midday before going out to continue his hunt for deer.
Sam?
Well, did I say Sam?
I think you did.
Well, I meant Robert. So like, yay.
The main character just switches to Sam.
I mean, it would have been a better movie.
It would have been a better movie.
And so while hunting for the deer, Sam runs into a dark building after the deer and Robert goes in to grab her. Robert finds Sam hiding before they both have to run out because one of the zombies comes after them, but they narrowly make it out. They go out. Sam goes out through like a hole, and Robert goes out through like a third story window and
Yeah.
somehow does not die.
Yeah, this man, he's like, I'm immune to all of this. And also my body is immune to everything else too.
Yeah, he's like, I'm immune to this virus. Also, my bones are made out of steel.
Broken ankles, broken knee?
Don't
No,
know them.
don't
No,
know them.
no.
Wasn't built like a weakling.
Yeah. I drank my milk growing up.
Right. At this point, I just injected inside myself. More
just,
potent.
just straight between my toes. The best place.
It's right in the system.
Yeah. And then so um Robert then scolds Sam for running into a dark building before he reveals that he is immune to the virus and that there are two strains of it. There are an airborne strain and a touch strain, which let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
What do you mean by touch? There's literally no disease on earth where you could get it just by touching someone.
Yeah.
It's
And
you.
we're not even talking about the misconception of AIDS either.
Yeah,
It's a misconception for a reason.
yeah. I mean, I hope people still don't believe that. Like it's
Yeah,
been like
yeah,
30 years. Like we
yeah.
we know that's not a
If this
thing
is your
anymore,
first time
right?
hearing this, I don't know what to say to
Please go
you.
talk to a doctor. Please.
Yeah, right.
But
Do some research.
yeah, maybe when he says touch, he means like bodily fluids.
Hmm.
But like he should have said that.
Yeah, that's very different than just touch.
Yeah. Because with that logic, anytime when the zombie because the zombies do touch him.
Yes, they do.
So then if he immediately touched Sam, would that not get Sam infected?
Right, because he says Sam is immune to the airborne.
Yes, but not the touch.
Hmm. Hmm.
See, you see why the logic ain't working when you talk like that.
Yeah.
So we're not going to say touch. We're going to say bodily fluids.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then so Robert then sets up a trap to capture one of the zombies, and it works. Good for him. And he
Yeah.
notices that when he captures this female zombie, it makes a male zombie very upset to the point where he tries to walk out into the sun.
It's his girlfriend.
It's his girlfriend.
you
Alexa,
took my girlfriend.
Alexa, play Big Time Rush's girlfriend or boyfriend. Oops.
I see you.
And so Robert takes the female zombie to his lab and begins doing human trials of his compound 6 cure, quote unquote. And although it seems like it's working at first, her heart starts rapidly beating, which is weird because it was already beeping at like 200 beats per minute, which
Yeah.
like how have their hearts not like exploded?
Bloated. Yeah. That's a lot of work, or at least how haven't they died out early, because that's a lot of strain on the
That's a
body.
lot of strain on your body. But like we'll talk about later how their bodies make absolutely no sense.
Hmm.
We'll talk about it later. And so after it starts rapidly beating, it eventually just stops. And so he rules the serum as ineffective on humans. But then he's able to somehow revive her with something. He just like
Yeah.
pumps something into her chest and she's like,
Yeah. Nice little sleep I had there. Thank you for waking me
yeah,
up.
thank you. I was like, ooh, got a workout in. And so we then go back to the flashback, and Robert and his family are seemingly trying to escape New York with like the rest of the city. Everyone decided at the same time to escape the city,
Yeah.
which is like very, very American. Wait to the exact last minute to try to leave.
Yeah.
And so just like in our current fight with a virus, no one's wearing a mask. Like
Yeah.
hundreds of people are like smashed into each other with an airborne virus, no mask on.
You see like maybe two of the military personnel there wearing a mask, and
Yep,
that's about it.
that's it. And they're the only people who survive. Yeah. And so while going through a process that can tell if you have the virus by scanning your eyes somehow, can't explain that to you.
Yeah, don't ask
Can't,
us.
makes absolutely no sense. So we'll skip over that. Robert's eye, not Robert, Robert's wife's eye, because she does not have a name.
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry, Miss Thing.
Sorry. Do you even put on your resume anymore that you were in this movie?
Yeah, because like, what character name are you gonna put down?
I was Will Smith's wife, and I am
Right.
Legend.
I was wife one.
I was. She's like, "Oh, what was your character's name?" "Oh, my character didn't have a name." She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, but my daughter was Marley,
Yeah. I think
who
you've heard,
Willow
you
Smith.
know, Will Smith.
She played Marley." So she's like, "So everyone else had a name but except for you."
Right.
No comment.
At this point, she just makes one up.
Yeah, I was Isabel.
Right. Right.
But yeah, so her eye scan shows that she is infected, but after Robert does some fighting and gets her to be scanned again, it comes back as negative, which like a flaw in the system.
Yeah. Big flaw in the
Big flaw in the
system.
system. It's just that easily able to give out a false positive. Maybe
Right.
maybe stop doing that.
Yeah. Maybe find a better test.
A better test, please. And then while they're also going in, there is a woman who is like actively trying to give away her baby because she is obviously infected and doesn't want her baby to either get infected or for her to turn into a zombie and eat her baby. So, but Will Smith is like, "I see nothing," and just keeps going.
Yeah. He's like, I heard something, but I'm not gonna dedicate the energy to that.
Yeah, even when his daughter is like, "Can we help that little boy?" He's like, "What little boy?" It just
Right.
keeps going.
Right. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. I don't see a little boy. Like,
Right.
oh, look at the helicopter. Let's go.
Right.
And so he puts his family in the helicopter, and his daughter Marley gives him Sam to protect him because he's going to stay in the city and work on a cure. And so Robert then wakes up and he starts his routine all over again, work out, eat, news, just like an old man,
Mhm.
yeah, my grandpa has the exact same routine. And so this time when he's watching the news, we learn how the virus began to spread with the patients in the trial.
Mhm.
When they began to exhibit signs of rabies or just flat out dying.
Mhm.
Like they just drop dead.
Yep.
Which brings up the point, how good was this trial?
Right. Well, clearly not good
Not good.
since
How long was it running?
right. Like they just have it open for like 2 weeks and they're like, yeah, this is fine.
This is fine.
It's perfectly fine.
Is like immediately after they did like the first test to see if people still had cancer in their body and they noticed that they had no cancer in their body, they were like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. And then the patient's all like, actually, my stomach's really been, no,
No.
you don't have cancer.
Right.
You don't have cancer.
Shut up. You
Shut
don't have
up.
cancer anymore. That was the only result we're looking for.
Like,
So
oh,
it's a success.
I have this splitting headache, but your cancer's gone.
Right. They're like, yeah, this is my weekly check-in and I'm foaming at the mouth. I think I might have rabies.
Yeah. It's like, that's
Like,
impossible.
no. Yeah, drink some water. You don't have cancer.
Like that's literally just the cancer leaving your body. Like calm down.
It's leaving in the form of
A foam.
rabies. You're like, yeah, this is perfectly normal. You're the only
Yeah.
one we've seen this happen to, but it's perfectly normal.
But just in case, go into this room with all the other patients that are foaming at the mouth.
Right. You guys can talk about what you're feeling, and that'll help out immensely.
Yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess. I love making fun of this movie. So while out one day, and it just happens to be Robert's birthday, he notices that one of his quote unquote friends, Fred, is somewhere he should not be, because Fred is supposed to be inside the DVD rental place and he's out in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
which granted would freak me out as well.
Yeah. I mean,
I
those mannequins are creepy anyway, but the fact that he's probably miles from where he should be.
Yeah, because we also have to take into account, like, Robert also locks this DVD store up every time he leaves. Because
Oh
like
yeah,
what
he does,
because
doesn't
when he
he?
first went in, it was locked and he had to unlock it. So now I'm super freaked out
Yeah, because
because
somebody had to go in there.
someone had to either break the window down, which he didn't notice that because doesn't he go like every morning?
Yeah, he does.
Or someone had to have unlocked the door, which
Right.
freaks me out even more.
Right.
And then so
It's not a good time.
it's not a good time. And so he freaks out and he shoots Fred. And then he starts
R.I.P.
getting
Fred.
RIP. And then he gets really like paranoid and just starts shooting up into the sky.
Yeah, he kind of loses it. Like
Yeah,
for real.
he lost a marble or two. He really did. And then so he goes over to get a closer look at Fred's quote unquote body. And he gets caught in a trap that's exactly like the one he set to steal the female zombie.
Mm-hmm.
And he somehow knocks his head without knocking his head.
Ever touching the yeah.
And he gets knocked unconscious. And so he awakens just before sundown and cuts himself out, but accidentally stabs himself in the leg somehow. Made
Yeah.
no sense to me, but it happened. And then so as he's dragging himself back to his car, the male zombie from earlier is holding like three zombie dogs and they run after them, but they are stopped by the sun, but the sun is inching closer to being gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so they eventually, the sun goes away, they go after Robert and Sam stops them.
Mm.
And Sam gets bit a couple of times and Robert kills the dogs and then takes Sam back home to try to give her compound 6 to try to save her, but it doesn't work. And like bunches of hair are starting to fall off, her teeth are changing somehow. I can't explain that. I really can't.
Yeah. Maybe it's the zombie changes coming on.
Yeah, I can't. And then like her eyes are becoming like bloodshot. And so in a scene that I refuse to watch, he kills
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. I've seen this movie a handful of times. After the first time, no.
No, absolutely
Never
not.
watched it. Yeah.
I watched Scream where I literally saw like 10 people get stabbed, and I was able to watch that. Could not watch this.
No.
Like one person in Scream got stabbed in the face, and I still watched it. Could not watch this.
Yeah, no, this is too much.
Way too much. And then if I remember correctly, I literally have not watched this scene since the first time I saw it. Sam starts to whimper. So I can't do
no.
it. Can't do it.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Can't do
No,
it.
thanks.
Especially since I have 2 German shepherds. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
No.
And so the next day, he buries Sam and ventures over to the DVD rental store and finally talks to the mannequin that he has a crush on. because he promised Sam that he would do it. But then he has a meltdown because she doesn't say hello back to him, which
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
would be more concerned if she did say hello back to me.
Yeah, because we saw how you flipped out on Fred, and Fred
Yeah.
actually moved from the video store.
Yeah, so I could just imagine one of those mannequins saying something back to you.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably burn that store down to the ground, rightfully
Yeah.
so. But
Yeah, like I
yeah,
would. Because that is not supposed to happen.
no, no, not at
If
all.
it's if it's in your head, even that's worse.
If mannequins are talking back to you, please go seek help. Please.
Please. Please.
And so Robert then like becomes enraged and he goes out to kill the zombies. And so he lures them out to the dock and begins to just run them over with his car, which is like not a good plan, but like it's a
Yeah.
plan. And so
Yeah. It's effective.
it's is it? And so
Yeah.
um the zombies are organized somehow and they have like a leader who is that zombie who was upset that he stole his girlfriend. So,
Girlfriend.
oh, and so they start like knocking over his car and like climbing up rafters like monkeys. And I'm just here to say how.
Yeah.
Like they're running like Olympic athletes. They're climbing up stuff with their bare hands and they have like no muscle mass on their entire bodies.
Yeah, this shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be happening.
Unless they're on the same workout regimen that Robert's on.
Yeah, even then, Robert could not do the things they're doing.
Yeah, no.
Like literally, they are bumping into his car with enough force to flip it over. How?
Yeah. I don't know, man. And they're literally zero body fat.
Yeah, they're like emaciated. I got it right this time, Kelly.
There we go.
I'm not as tired today.
They're emancipated.
They're emancipated. They're free of this earthly quarrels. But yeah, they should not be able to do the things they do.
Yeah, still.
Especially since they were at one point human.
Right.
How did they gain all of this strength? Whatever.
Right.
So they almost kill Robert.
Yes, I said yeah.
But then like a car drives up and they get scared for some reason and run off. I don't understand.
One car is scary.
One car isn't.
Yeah.
They're not scared of a Jeep, but they're scared of a Hummer. And so Robert gets pulled into a car with a woman and she asks where his address is, like where does he live? And Robert, before passing out, tells her. And then we go back into the flashback and we see that his family's helicopter is taking off, but then it gets taken down by another helicopter that is attacked by zombies and they die.
Mm-hmm.
Poor thing.
Poor thing.
And so Robert wakes up, Shrek is playing in the background.
I think that's how I would know I had gone insane.
Yeah.
If I wake up in my own home and just Shrek is playing, I just feel like, oh, I am not well.
And so, yeah, he wakes up, he finds a woman and her son in his house, and he's obviously confused because, like, he believes he's the only person on Earth, even though he keeps sitting out, like,
yeah, daily
transmissions.
Survivor messages. Yeah.
And so she introduces herself as Anna, and the boy is Ethan, and that they were waiting for him at the pier, but he never came, which is hilarious. The one day he doesn't go.
The one day he doesn't go.
And so she also says that they're trying to make their way to Vermont, where there's supposedly a survivors colony. The idea supposedly the idea of this makes Robert very upset and he freaks them out because he's being very antisocial.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Which
It's all of the mannequin
yeah,
company that he's been keeping.
yeah, he's usually able to say whatever he wants without any reaction. So
Yeah.
he's not doing well. And so after he cools off, he shows Anna his lab and how he's working on a cure. And while putting Ethan to sleep in his daughter's room, he tells her about how she was named after Bob Marley. And when Anna is like, I don't know who that is, he then like randomly plays one of Bob Marley's albums. He's like,
And then
you're,
goes on a rant.
yeah, he's like, what do you mean you don't know who Bob Marley is? And then she's like, Dylan Marley? Who, to me, I was like, who's Dylan Marley?
Yeah. Who is that?
Apparently that's his son. I
Oh, okay.
I don't know. And so yeah, and then they just listen to Bob Marley. Great time to be
As
having
you
this
do.
happen.
Yeah.
And so they then start talking about the colony again, and Robert's like, that it's not possible. Like half of the world died, other half became zombies.
Yeah. This
Like,
nothing can be true.
no, yeah, this can't be true. And so Robert notices that the zombies, while they're talking, Robert notices that the zombies have followed them back
Mhm.
to his house because he told her to like stay out till daytime so that they wouldn't follow them. Who knows if she did that?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably didn't. But yeah, and so he sets off bombs in the street that he set up, and then he goes upstairs to find Anna and Ethan and finds that there are two dark seekers. They're called dark seekers,
Yeah.
but I call them zombies because
Zombies.
dark seekers is a terrible name.
Yeah. And they're not vampires like they are in the book.
Yeah, in the book they're vampires. In this, they're like a combination of vampires and zombies.
Yeah, because in the book they're very much zombies. I'm not vampires because
Yes.
garlic and holy water and
Yes.
crucifix.
Yes. I read that and I rolled my eyes so hard. I was like, are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
it's the quintessential a vampire situation.
Yeah, I will not be reading the I Am Legend book. That's just not going to happen. I'm
No,
so sorry.
yeah.
When I saw that they were deterred by crosses, I rolled my eyes so hard. Like I can,
We've
like I
we've
can,
seen Twilight.
like I can believe the sunlight thing. Sure, they lose all pigmentation. Sure, why
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
I can even believe the garlic thing.
yeah.
Chemical compounds. Sure, sure,
Mhm.
sure, sure, sure. Crosses, really? A piece of wood.
Yeah.
No. I
Unless it's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where it's wood going through their chest, then yes, I
yeah.
understand. But a
A
cross,
cross, no.
just like thrown at a vampire, and they're like, oh no, my one weakness.
It's so scary. Yeah, and so he fights with one of the dark seekers who is like the main one who's like upset with him for taking his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He shoots like a grenade launcher in his house. Don't know how that worked, but he did it.
Yeah.
And then he like runs off somewhere. And then he fights with another one that is about to kill Anna and Ethan. And then they all run down to his lab. When they get there, Robert notices that the male, like alpha zombie,
No, not
whatever you want,
alpha.
alpha. Yeah, he's come back with like an army of zombies. And so they go inside of the lab. Anna notices that the female zombie is like returning to normal, kind of,
Kind of.
kind of. And so Robert's like, the cure works.
Is going to
He didn't do
getting to the same conclusion that Dr. What's her name came
yeah,
to at the beginning of the movie.
no
One cured
testing.
person means it's good.
It's good. No testing, no
Right. And
follow up.
if you start foaming, that's just it leaving your body. You're okay.
And so he then proceeds to get a singular blood sample,
Yeah.
one
Just one.
one vial of blood, and he gives it to Anna and tells her and Ethan to get into a coal chute, stay in there till morning, and then to give the vial of blood to the colony when they get there, even though he does not believe in the colony.
Right.
And then he takes out a grenade that he has in his lab for some reason.
Right.
And he kills himself and all the other zombies.
Yeah.
Sometime later, Anna and Ethan have made it to Vermont, and they are greeted by soldiers and survivors. And then Anna hands one of the survivors the tube of blood, the singular tube of blood.
The singular tube of blood.
Singular tube of blood. Will they need more?
Into the colony that willingly let them in without testing.
Without testing them.
Or asking them questions.
Asking any questions. They just take the blood. They're not immediately like, what is this? What is this for? How do we use it?
Where did you come from?
There's also a stipulation to this blood, to this quote unquote cure. You have to lower the zombie's body temperature for it to work. Which, what's his name? Robert did not tell her.
Yeah, no, he just gave her the vial.
He just gave her the vial.
This is it.
And then we also have to bring up the fact that sure, it could work on the next zombie they find, sure. But what are they going to do when this blood runs out?
Right. Also, they have to test it to see if they can replicate it. So before they even test it on anybody, they have to make sure they have more.
And then what's the plan for distributing it? Are they just going to one by one kidnap zombies?
Right. We're going to lure all of the zombies to Vermont because it's so cold there.
Yeah, so cold that the virus cannot survive here. Yeah, somehow.
We're gonna do that. Yeah.
Not Alaska, not Russia, not Minnesota, not Canada, Vermont.
Because it's so cold there, and it will naturally get the zombie's body temperature down to normal.
Yeah.
That we can just like trank dart
people
with the cure, and it'll work.
And then the ones that haven't been tranked won't immediately just eat the ones that were. Yeah.
Of course.
And then and then what is the temperature difference between Vermont and New York? Please explain to me.
Yeah.
Because they're not that far away. Please, what is the temperature difference? There is none. Exactly. But yeah, that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's the end of the movie. Are you ready for the movie facts, Kelly?
Yes, I am.
So when Robert sees Fred outside in the street, it's supposed to look like the mannequin moves its head. I don't notice it.
Yeah.
But apparently he does. And that's because a mime replaced the mannequin to try and play with people's heads when they watch the scene. It was not done effectively.
It was not.
But it's a choice.
It literally just looked like he was standing there.
And then here's mine and yours favorite one. Will Smith met with scientists from the CDC to learn how to use all the equipment properly, but apparently did not learn how science works while he was there. How clinical trials work. I
don't think anybody went there to study how a virus and disease actually works.
Not at all. Not a singular person. But they probably did the best they could do. They probably
did they?
The best they could do, Kelly. The best they
Oh,
could do.
okay,
They
okay.
didn't talk to any doctors, but
Mm-mm.
they did, or scientists, but they did the best they could do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
it's
could
the
see
phrasing.
how someone who has never spoken to a doctor could think that this made sense.
Yeah,
I could see that.
yeah.
Hell, we're in the middle
It
of
it
a
can it can be
pandemic.
logical.
We're in the middle of a pandemic that some people still don't believe is happening. So
Mm.
anything could happen at this point.
True.
Um, third one, Will Smith grew so enamored with his co-star Abby, who played Sam, that he tried to adopt her while filming, but the dog's trainer was like, no, which like rude.
Yeah, that
Give
makes
Will
me so
Smith the
sad.
dog.
Give Will Smith the dog.
Give Will Smith the dog.
You know it would have had a great life.
A great life, multiple houses,
Right.
um, all the treats in
Great
the world,
food. All
great
the love
food.
it could need.
Yes, he's not getting it from his wife, so he needs something to give him some love.
Oh my gosh. Ah!
I'm sorry,
And I mean,
it's straight out of it's straight out of Jada Smith's mouth, not mine.
mm,
So I don't know
she
what to
really do
say.
be exposing herself on her own show.
She does. She hates him for some reason, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a mystery.
I've never seen a woman so vehemently hate her husband in public.
Yeah. Yeah. She
But
willingly does this.
like no one is like making her give this information out. She's willingly
No,
doing it
yeah.
herself.
Yeah. Nobody has a gun to her head being like, say how much you hate your husband. She's literally like, I'll do that for free.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the challenge in that?
Keep the oh, I'm gonna do that anyway meme. She hates Will.
Yeah, honestly. I hope, you know what? Never mind. I'm not even going to bring that up because that's just going to make me sad.
um, Fourth movie fact: the studio spent an estimated $5 million for a 6-night shoot in New York City. You know, the one in the flashback with the Brooklyn Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
To film in this location, the producers needed the approval of as many as 14 government agencies. They shot requiring a crew of about 250 people. Yeah, 250 people on a crew.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
blows
lot.
my mind.
A lot.
Yeah.
1,000 extras.
Oh my
And
gosh.
included in that 1,000 extras was 160 National Guard troops in full combat gear.
That it still blows my mind.
That's insane. They wasted so much money.
Yeah. You literally could have just gone to any coastal big city with a pier and then just had maybe 2 days in New York City to actually film with the Brooklyn Bridge.
Honestly, they could have filmed in a sound stage.
Yeah.
Now that like I think about, they could have filmed in a sound stage for like
Yeah.
all those people. They could have filmed that in a sound stage, and then they could have just taken like a crew of like 5 people, have like 2 military men in there, and then Will
Mm-hmm.
Smith's family to go to the helicopter, and they could have filmed that all in like 1, maybe 2 nights.
Yeah. And they
But
could have CGI'd the bridge, but I
yep,
know that they blew their budget on the zombies.
yep. That uh they wasted so much money. So much money.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't even worth it. There were probably very good alternatives to that.
Okay. And then another one. This is a new one. I haven't said this one to you yet.
Oh, okay.
Um, at the premiere of the movie, like at the end, Will Smith apologized to the city of New York because they kept shutting down streets to film this movie.
Jeez. I mean, at least he
At least
apologized.
he
That was nice of
apologized.
him.
Very nice
Yeah.
of him. And then last one, some of the mannequins in the video store were played by real people. If you look closely in the scenes, you can see them move. Terrifying.
Yeah. That's horror movie fuel.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that.
Yeah, was not needed.
Yeah, it really wasn't. Especially for the fact that we can't really even see it anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a really big theme in this movie. It wasn't needed.
Three morals of the story. It's not needed. Second, figure out how a clinical trial works.
Mm-hmm.
And three, don't steal a zombie's girlfriend.
Exactly. If
That's
you
it.
learn nothing else, that's
Yeah,
what you need to know.
that's what you need to know.
Big morals of the story.
Mhm.
So, Kelly, it's time for the question. Is this movie iconic?
I am still gonna say no.
Mm,
I don't think it's iconic. Like it's a good movie, but I feel like there are better ones out there. I mean, maybe for the time it was really good, but like the ones that come after it, I feel like they're better. Also, this one is just very sad and depressing.
yes, it's
This
very
man
sad.
hangs out with mannequins all day, and then his dog dies. Like, no, thank you.
I'm going to say yes. Even though the CGI is
Okay.
terrible,
Mm,
they really needed to consult with a scientist and
yeah,
they killed a dog. I
yeah.
still think it's a good movie. I think it's a movie everyone should watch at least once.
Yeah.
And then after that, you kind of don't ever need to watch it again. Um, I
Yeah.
I feel like at the time it came out, it was one of the better post-apocalyptic world stories.
Mm,
My
hmm.
favorite is still War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. I think that was much better than this movie, but
Yeah.
this movie's still good. I like it. It's one of the stronger Will Smith movies.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
This was like during his time when he was like actually making good movies. So yeah,
Also, I feel like this sparked the whole post-apocalyptic movie era.
probably did. I think it made
Kind
like
of
a
like
lot of money.
when we had the book era of
Uh
movies.
yeah, the teen book era. That what a
Yeah.
time to be alive.
What a time to be
What
alive.
a time to be alive. We got some great movies during that time. We got some terrible movies during that time.
Yeah. Hit and miss.
For every Twilight and Hunger Games, there was a Divergent and Percy Jackson.
Yeah, and I'm still mad that they got PJO wrong. Like they got it so wrong.
At least they did. At least they realized they needed to quit early.
Yeah.
The Divergent
They
movies,
just kept going.
they just kept going, and then they quit before the last movie, and I think that's hilarious.
I thought they finished the trilogy.
They did. I think it was supposed to be 4 movies.
Oh, because I watched the first one and then I never went back. And then by the time like the second and there's a third one, right? The second and
Yeah,
third one.
there's a third one.
By the time those came out and I heard that spoiler alert, I'm just gonna say spoiler alert just in case you haven't even either read or watched it. Um Trish doesn't die.
I I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen all of them. I cannot distinguish the second one from the third one.
Okay.
They're
Um yeah, in the books, she straight up dies, my man.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
where it ends.
yeah.
So I don't know what they were thinking. It's
I can't
literally in the book.
I can't even tell you whether or not she dies because, like I said, I cannot tell the difference between the second one and the third one.
And I will say that the books were pretty good.
Yeah, they were okay. I think the Hunger Games books and
The
movies
Hunger
were
Games,
better.
the Hunger Game books were so much better.
But
I haven't read Twilight, so I can't tell you that.
oh,
But
that's never gonna happen. Uh,
yeah, but yeah. Mm.
yeah, but yeah, pretty good
You
movie.
literally have the source material.
Yeah, for this movie, don't read the source material. It's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's nothing like it.
It's nothing like it.
It's literally a vampire movie.
Yeah, book. But yes,
Book, sorry.
yes. Uh, okay, Kelly, what are your recommendations for this week?
So I have two recommendations this week. I finally watched Encanto.
So
So
late.
so late. I know. I
So
am
late.
I'm one of those people that if I don't see it in the first weekend a movie comes out, I'm waiting until it comes out on DVD form or rental.
But here's the thing about Encanto. It's literally been on Disney Plus since Christmas Eve.
I know.
It is January 17th.
I know. Yeah, well, also because I usually watch like Disney movies either with my whole family or at least with my mom. And like the whole family wanted to watch it. So I literally had to wait until everyone was like, yeah, I'm free to watch a movie with you. So we finally watched that. And I
You're
loved
so
it.
nice. I'm built different. If I want to watch a movie, I'm going to go watch it.
I know, like when Boba Fett comes out every week, if we can't watch it Wednesday night because like my brother's busy or my mom is like too tired, then we wait until either the weekend or the next day.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know you're not. You literally stay up until midnight to watch it.
I stay up till midnight to watch it, which, by the way, I'm kind of disappointed in this show, but
Yeah, I feel like it's super slow so far.
It's so slow.
I feel like the first like 2, maybe 3 episodes, good. And then after that, I was like, oh, okay.
I'm not even gonna talk about the like teenage Power Rangers they have on the show.
And their colorful little mopeds.
But yeah, Boba Fett is not hitting for me right now.
Yeah, maybe it'll get better by the end.
And I think there's only like 2 episodes left. They need to really do something.
They really do.
Because
I could have gotten another season of Mando. Like, yeah, this is what I'm giving up for Mando.
I think in the span of this show, it's only been like 2 days.
Basically,
like this is bad.
I feel like the most this man has done is sleep.
Yeah. This is bad.
It is bad. My second recommendation, speaking of me being late, I finally watched Eternals.
Super late.
And I loved it. Loved the story. I can't wait for what they do next.
Mm-hmm. I also love Eternals.
It's a lot better than what people said it was going to be, because I heard a lot of people said that they didn't like it.
It's my favorite of the new people who have come out. Like, I like this better than Shang-Chi. I really do.
Yeah, I feel like they set it up for more sequels than they did with Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi kind of feels like one movie deal. It's kind of like Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
They set her up literally for one movie. Yeah. I don't know, man. If they do another Shang-Chi, I'll go watch it because the first one was so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. Like, of course.
Yeah. But like Eternals, I can't wait. I feel like it's not gonna be for another like 3 years until they come out with another one. But
yeah, like here's the thing with me. I'm gonna go watch a Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. Even the ones I know I'm not gonna like the Ant-Man movies. I do not like them.
You don't like Ant-Man?
I mean, I like them, but like they're the lower end of Marvel movies for me. Okay. They do not move the overall story along at all. So they're lower at the bottom for me.
Okay.
But I'll still go watch them.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Eternals is very good. If you have not seen it yet for some reason, watch it.
Yeah, if you're like me and you just haven't seen it yet, do it.
I really need to get Kelly to start going to the movies by herself. She really needs to learn how to just go to the movies by herself.
Hey, I can go to the movies by myself.
Have you ever?
No.
Exactly.
I feel like I like enjoy the movies more when I have somebody I can make comments to.
Girl, no. It's so great to go to the movies by yourself. I love it.
I like going to go eat by myself. But for some reason, the movies are different. Like I have to comment on things.
Girl, no, just go.
I need an audience with me.
Just go. I don't know what movies are out this week, but just go to a movie.
Is there anything out this week that's worth seeing?
You can go see Scream.
Should I go, bro? Should I go see Scream?
Yes, just go. Just book a ticket right now. Go by yourself. Maybe go see Spider-Man again. Who knows?
Ooh. I would do that.
Yeah, just go do that.
Okay.
You just need to experience going to the movies by yourself. It's so great. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here are mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. My first one, I literally just mentioned it. Scream 5.
Yes.
Great time. Great time at the movies. Yep. I went there. When I bought my ticket, I was supposed to be the only person in the theater. I was super hyped about that. I was not. In fact, when I got there, the back row, which I always pick, was full of like, not full. There was like 4 other people in the back row, and they were all black. Like it was like an all black row. And I got there like 30 minutes early, and there were already people seated, and I was like, wow.
Dang.
But yeah, apparently black people love the back row of the movies because we were literally the only people back there. And then like other people
Y'all
came in.
congregated.
We congregated in the back, which like Rosa Parks is spitting in her grave. But then other people came in and stuff, and they like sat in like the middle rows and up forward. I did think I was gonna have to fight an old woman though.
Really?
I really did, because like she and her, like I guess her grandson or something came
Mm-hmm.
in like during the previews, and they were talking so loud, and I was like, if this
Oh
movie
no.
starts and you start talking like this, I will get up and say something. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not playing with Scream, please shut up. It was fine. They didn't talk during the movie, so
Good.
great time. um but yeah, go see Scream 5. Really good, really good. If you love Scream 4, I got something for you. They got something for you in there. They do. Go see it. Yeah. And then my second recommendation is a show called Abbott Elementary. Hilarious. Comedy gold. Thank you, Quinta Brunson. Did what you had to do. Great
Good for
show.
her.
The like principal on that show, hilarious. Like like the star of the show. Anytime she comes on screen, you're gonna be laughing.
It's a good time.
Period. Good time. Good time. You can watch it on Hulu if you haven't. Like if you're like behind, they have old episodes on Hulu. They're only on like the 4th episode. So like go see it.
Yeah, catch up.
Catch up. You can catch up really quick. They're only like 30-minute episodes. You'll love it. And then my last recommendation is Ariana Grande's Thank You Next album.
What a good album.
Such a great album. Her second best album.
She doesn't miss
She does not miss.
with any of the songs on that album.
No, not a bad song on there. I do
It's
skip Ghostin' sometimes because like I don't want to be
I
depressed.
will admit, yeah. I think after like the first 5 times I listened to it, I was like, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I don't need to be checked into a mental institution. I'm good.
Yeah, because that would be my 13th reason. If I'm in the wrong mind space, that will just be it for me.
Exactly. So yeah. Yeah, best song on the album is In My Head to me, because I love a mid-tempo song. Mid-tempo is the sweet spot for me. Like I love a high tempo song. I love a ballad, but mid-tempo is where it's at for me.
Yeah. In My Head's a great song. I love
Great
it.
song. She did what she had to do on that song.
Yeah, she did, and I'm so glad she did.
I'm glad she did. So yeah, everyone just go listen to Thank You Next. I'm a Mocha Grande, okay? I'm a stan Ariana Grande to the day I die.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you know, as Black people, if we love someone, it's because they're good. It's because they're good.
Yep.
There's very few people I stan. They're all mostly women because for some reason men can't make good music anymore. But you know, yeah. Go listen. Well, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter that Kelly never posts on and an Instagram.
Oh.
They're both at SY2II Podcasts. We also have a YouTube. I literally just put up Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yay
Good
for
one.
me. Yay for
That's
me.
a good one.
Good If you love hot people, go listen to that episode.
Yes. That's literally it.
That's literally the entire movie. Just us.
Yeah.
The entire episode is just us being like, we love hot people.
Yeah, we're just thirsting the whole
Yeah,
time.
the entire time. And that's okay. That's what
And
that
that's
movie
okay.
that's what that movie was made for.
Yeah, we were being horny on Maine, and
Yeah.
I'm not apologizing for it.
I'm not either. I did have to bleep some stuff out, but like I didn't
Yeah.
apologize for it. I'm not apologizing for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just go listen there, or you can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also send us some movie requests or some movie stories at our email, sytyiipodcast@gmail.com. Were you one of the 1,000 or so people in the crowd at the bridge? Was it cold?
Yeah.
Did you catch a cold? Did that freak you out? It would have freaked me out.
Yeah.
I'm making a movie about a pandemic and then I get a cold after. Oh no. That would freak me out. Let us know. Don't forget to share us with your friends and your family. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us out. 5 stars.
Yes, please.
We only take 5 stars.
Only 5 stars.
You can do 5 stars and then like say really mean things in the comments. First off, Kelly will never read them, and I'm heartless. No. So go ahead.
Yeah. So the only person who you would make cry will never see it.
Yes.
And then you'll just get Jordan instead. And he'll rip you a new one. So
yeah. Someone wrote a stupid comment on our YouTube, and I laugh at it all the time. Like I look at it all the time.
Really?
Yes, all the time.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, and then don't forget to wear your mask.
Yes, please.
I think the COVID surge is like ending, but like still wear your mask.
Good. Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Yeah, let's keep it that way. Everyone, go get your booster if you haven't gotten your booster yet. My mom got hers last week. I think my sister gets hers this week. Yay!
Yay! Did you make these appointments too?
I did not, but I told my mom. I was like, "Hey, make your appointment."
That's growth.
Yeah, that's growth. Isn't it so sad when your children grow up? But yeah, also wash your hands. I've been noticing that at least men have been slacking on this. Go back to washing your hands. Thank you. And stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.